Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I've got here an S.I.C. Momotaros Imagin or Imagin or I'm again. I don't know. You can tell me what that one says there. This is 1/18 scale. Looks pretty cool. I think he's from the Masked Rider TV show. I've got a couple of their figures already. Horse Orphanok, which is an amazing sort of fantasy looking figure, and I'll stick him up in sister videos there. He's really cool. I got that one 2-3 years ago in Hong Kong, and I got some small ones from those sort of Shodo box sets. I got another one, I can't remember what he's called, but when I was actually reviewing him, I broke his head, his neck, so I had to drill out. I'll put him in sister videos. I had to drill out the neck, drill out the head, put in like a Boss Fight Studios neck peg, and it was even better after I finished than he was before I did that. So you can check that one out too. And now I've got this one. I've bought him, not because I'm a Masked Rider fan, never seen it, because he looks rather menacing. Like a little demon. He'll match nicely with my Boss Fight Studio demons. And again, I'll stick those in sister videos up there somewhere. So I'm looking forward to this. He comes with a sword, and he comes with 3 spare hands, and another... looks like another spare mask, maybe, with the horns on. And the sword is more of sort of a, I guess you say like an Arabian scimitar. Okay, let's get this open and have a look. Let me see. Get this tape here. There's also some building work going on in the apartment behind mine, so you might hear some drills in a little while. Let's see what this figure is like. Okay, so it's 4 spare hands, sorry, not 3. There's one hiding beneath the card I couldn't see. One, 2, 3, 4. Now their hands are more similar to higher toys, and you've got a little ball that pops in. So you can have a slightly more limited articulation on the hands that you would have on like Boss Fight Studios or Acid Rain or Joy Toy, but it'll still be acceptable. Sword. Low looking sword, bit of give, but that will snap, so be careful. That does look nice, that colouring as well. You can add to that, make it look better, but it does look rather cool. The alternate face mask. Differences, there's like the eyes are different on this one. Looks a bit like Daredevil with the little horns, but big horns I should say. And now I've got these sort of plastic metal wire things that almost like a cable type, almost, that keep figures and toys in their boxes, etc. I think they put too much of these in generally. You just put a bit of tape on the top, it'll keep it in place. And it takes a bit of time to undo, and I want my toy. Okay, so there's one more, I think. Now these toys generally look really good, have okay articulation, depends on what joint you're doing. Like the Horse Orphanok, the articulation was okay, but he looked amazing, and he's amazing. I'll say okay, it's actually better than a lot of lines, just that they sometimes suffer from range of motion due to the sculpting. Okay. So just put these out the way as well. So let's have a look. So hands, he has 2 spare left hands. One is a gripping hand, one is slightly more open. On the right he has they are opposite but not exact. They're very similar. And he comes with fist hands. Okay. So let's have a look. he does look good. He looks big as well. In fact, I can compare him to some other ones in a little while. He does look really nice. Look at that. Very, very menacing. So you should be able to just pull this part off. It's like a Cyclops now. And you can push the other part on. I think I prefer this one. It just looks more evil. Now, what I would like to do with this eventually, maybe add some wings to the back. That would look rather cool. It's got this clear plastic, hard plastic, which you can see for a little bit on the chest and the shoulders, and then on the arms here and the legs is more of a metallic red paint job on the plastic, and a sort of a darker blood, well, inked red on the face. Let's look at his articulation. So he has a left and a right, he has a up and a down, and he has a small side to side. If you try putting the head off like I did, it'll probably snap and you have to replace the neck joint. Shoulders, terrible because of the sculpt and these spikes getting away. So that's really not good. He might get slightly more on the backwards, but again, and look at that angle, that's not great. Bicep curl, he does get 90 degrees. Yeah, 90 degrees on both arms. He has trunk, so he can turn forwards and backwards, and he can dip side to side. Hips, not great because these parts on the side here get in the way. You could slice them off and go for more. Forwards is really good, and backwards is okay. He actually gets a small angle backwards, but forwards is really good, and look at that. He has, is it a fighter? No, but he does get a little turn on the ball on the hip. He has a double kneecap. You can't get tighter than that. That's amazing. And then on his ankles, there's a turn. And he has the tippy toes and the flexation, but there is no swivel like this. So if you look at his tippy toes, his ballerina. Boop, 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 boop. Very good. We look at his dorsal flexation, his Michael Jackson. Very good again. Just a shame about these hips, because I would prefer that to go slightly further out. Okay, with his wrists, because it's on the ball, it's just going to be a turn and then some simple motion there. Before I swap his hands over and have a look at some other stuff, let me compare him with some other figures. Now, I'm going to use the big boy Sagat first of all, because Sagat is massive. And he scales well with Sagat. Again, if I've got space, Sagat will be up there. And then let me use, which is my Captain America. You see, he's bigger, quite a bit bigger than Captain America, and still quite a bit smaller than Sagat. But he does scale very well, and he'd be perfect for Vitruvian hacks, which is the reason why I got to go in that sort of universe there. Okay, so faces pull off and you push on. Hands should be the same. Let's take off his right hand and give him a right gripping hand. Fits in, but you're not going to get much articulation like this, if any, because of the sculpt on the wrist part. Okay, let's see how he holds his sword. But I would be tempted maybe to change his left hand to an open one. Let me see, yeah. Slightly more movement in his left hand because the hand's not as big as the, or not as wide as the fist. So he gets slightly more motion. And his shoulders are annoying me, but I don't mind because he looks amazing. A really nice looking figure. That sword is something else. Very, very nice. I do recommend these figures if you find one you like. Oh, he has got a swivel at the shoulder, like a bicep swivel, but at the shoulder as well, which I didn't see as well on both sides. Very, very nice figure. Has to be said that you need to be a bit careful with these because the plastic is a bit more brittle than some others, so definitely not for kids. I love the way the teeth are painted. You can see the teeth there as well. worth getting. They fit into your verse, your universe you've got going on in your head, or you want to add some extra character to your boss fight studios or sci-fi, depending on what. I've actually got another figure from this line to review, and I'm doing that after, and you can see that one tomorrow or today, whenever I post that. Very good, worth getting. I like this a lot. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.